Okay, this is going to be my last video I record for 2015. Possibly record if I do something after this, but it's definitely going to be the last one I'm posting for the year. Um, just want to do a quick little year-end thing. Um, Thoughts, whatever that I've been doing on what I've been up to. So yeah, it's I don't know how to rate the year overall, but it was a okay one, fun times. Saw some friends, met some that I knew through the internet for the first time, so that's good. And so I don't know, nothing really major there. Do wish I could have gone to Canada again like I did last year, but that's okay not having that expense happen. But at the same time, when I found out that a whole bunch of actors and other people who are attending the convention I inadvertently went to last year in Bronican. That was so I sort of wish I could have gone to that just to see them in a bit smaller venue than we had in San Francisco. But but yeah, there's that. I got to go to the con in San Francisco, and that was a really fun time. I wish I could have or not. I wish I could go to more conventions, but travel budget, and I don't really want to do that. We'll be doing the San Francisco again this year, or this coming up year. Watching to see if they do like a New Year's sale or something like that on passes. But yeah, I'm definitely doing that again. That'll be fun. Other than that, I mean, yeah, I really do wish I could get to get to other stuff, but I'm sort of giving up trying to get passes to PAX. I mean, yeah, I'll blow all of my money reserves going to going to that if I could actually get a pass. But when getting passes for the convention will cost you as much as the plane ticket and hotel room. Yeah, no, thank you. Although, yeah, seeing how it's this time of year, sort of wish I could do MagFest. Since that's usually done in the winter months. That's honestly still the number one convention I wish I could go to is that one. Seems a lot better and more laid back than some of the others I do, and plus seeing like all of the YouTubers that do panels, and that's multiple panels per person too there, and just go there to hang out with their fans, and how it's not PAX where it's not where they have the whole big expo and people making announcements and stuff. It's definitely definitely sounds like a better experience like that. Yeah. So yeah, that's one of the things I wish I could do, but that would take a bit more foresight and planning and being able to fly across the country. but yeah, that's that. No, it's honestly pretty decent year. My car didn't have any major hang-ups or anything, so that's a very good thing. And even wasn't really that bad, even when I put off my getting an oil change for way too long, because just that came up right when I was in the middle of finishing up a lot of crap and stuff at school, but just didn't have time for that, unfortunately. But then I did have time for it, and that got taken care of, and it was as quick and easy. And that was one of my early videos, wasn't? Wow, God. And now thinking back, doing these videos, man, I've been having fun with this. Just trying to come up with stuff to talk about. That's the annoying part. But, talking. Just getting me talking. Mentioned classes, remembering back to really fun teacher. Spring semester, for programming classes, really liked him. This last year's or last semester with that was a thing. Got to take the wine class, which was really fun. Learning all about the different types of wines around the world, what regional specialties, and getting a feel for that. I mean, it's not like I'm going out and getting bottles and figuring out what different ones I like. It's all the time. It's like, I can look at a label and determine, if I want to try try that wine, which sort of came up at Christmas when I saw that there was a young red with generic regionally being served, and I'm like, that's not something I'm going to try, especially when another of my uncles brought to pretty decent level DOC from Spain, so knowing how to read the label, so that's fun, getting that more of the cooking stuff, and having a lot of fun doing cooking with family. I mean, I know I didn't show off too much in the end of this year, but it's a lot of making cookies, which everyone should know how to do, and if you don't, you probably have a mom, so go ask her how to make cookies, and have a good fun time with that. And also a lot of making cheese for family, which also is really simple, because I think I've showed you like half the recipes I do. And honestly, I recommend giving that a shot at least once. I mean, even if you don't really care for cheese, make it and give it to a friend, because a lot of people really do like cheese, and it's a really good and easy gift. Surprisingly easy to make a really good amount of cheese really quickly and easily. So yeah, that's that. Got a did I mention what I got on Christmas? And because I got a cookbook for Christmas from one of my aunts, and sort of you could tell how the family reacts, and she's giving them out to all of the nieces and nephews, and the others are like, "Oh, yay, thanks, book," and I'm like, "Ooh, cookbook! Let's find a good recipe," and start flipping through it right away, and it's like, I honestly had to have it taken away from me, gave it to my mom, and said, "Don't let me see this until I get home, because I'm going to just be stuck looking at all of the goose recipes, all of the quail recipes, all of these fancy things that I'd really love to do." And we've already picked one out from it that we're going to try doing sooner or later. Braising, I love doing braising. Also, hopefully we'll find briskets on sale, because I want to do a while I have plenty of time, which I really don't want to get into how much more time I possibly will have once the school year rolls around. Um, while I have plenty of time right now, want to do a dish I had in Canada. Well, not really a dish, but a preparation, I would say, is a better word. See, me and my friend, we got. What were we doing that day? I think it was after just our day out and about in town, which was really fun. Vancouver is a very wonderful, wonderful city, and it has a lot of wonderful areas around it. So, even if you're a tourist, that's a very good town to visit. But we were hungry. He pulls up Yelp, finds a really good deli nearby, and their specialty is Montreal smoked meat, which is basically a seasoning brined smoked brisket. We got which which I guess is a Montreal specialty, which we were having in British Columbia. So, and we both loved it. I looked up a recipe as soon as I got home, of course. So, the biggest problem with that is it takes a couple days to brine. But that's honestly my biggest aversion to brining. But that'll takes a couple days. This from a person who's okay overnighting a marinade, so that's basically the same thing. But yeah, we're also trying to figure out how to do a smoker for that too. But away from food before I get super hungry or something. I don't want to do that. It's late. I don't want to be snacking all night. That'd be very, very bad. He's glad I got all of the plushies here. So from these two and others. But glad getting all of those. I don't know, it was a very good season this year. I wouldn't honestly don't say it's great season, but it's I'd say my personal opinions on most of the episodes they're above average. Average being just enjoyable and watchable, but then there's some that just drag down the season. But I don't know, it's a fun season. Really liked it. Still have those videos to finish up, but that's what this break is for. Got Friendship Games was really amazing. Really love that one. So looking forward to what both the show and Equestria Girls brings upcoming. And speaking of the Equestria Girls, I got some of the new toys that finally came out that are actually looking like the characters over the shoulder there, that actually look like them instead of generic dolls that were the same thing that my sister was playing with like 15 years ago. Wouldn't be that right? 18, 19 years. No, that's still too far. Not far enough. 25 years ago? That'd be about right. How long ago she had... Oh, man. Well, seeing how the series itself is about as old as I am. Which, so that's... but yeah. that's cool that they finally have good stuff coming out and good collectibles. Um, Speaking of other collections, my Amiibo collection is pretty big nowadays, so that was a good thing. Although getting some of them this year was uh, it'll be a pain getting Lucas because Ness is impossible to find. So yay on that. Fortunately, pre-orders for Shovel Knight went very smoothly, and I was able to get that today. It's a great end of the year bonus. And honestly, in the gaming news, I haven't really gotten through many games. If I was going to pick my game of the year, it's going to be the one I spent the most time with, and that isn't Pokemon Shuffle, and that would be Super Mario Maker, because that's honestly a really fun game. User design levels. Some people have some amazing levels, which Nintendo Capri Sun is on part 43 or 44 of his series where he's playing 2 or 3 levels of video, or he tries to do more. So he's proving that there are a lot of great levels out there for people to play, and there really are. So it's trying to come up with good ones is hard. I'll admit that. I don't necessarily have the best ones, but I have some design ideas that I want to try and get done in the upcoming time. So that was fun. Other fun games are a lot of other fun games out there, but I don't have Xenoblade Chronicles X, so I can't say anything about that. Yoshi's Woolly World, don't have that. What else have I put off? I mean, like Mario 3D World is one I played a lot. Was that really this year? Smash Brothers, Pokemans, really love having Cloud and Smash. That's really cool. We're really looking forward to Bayonetta. That's pretty cool. Bayonetta, and how she was the most popular, realizable character. I really would have loved Shovel Knight or Banjo-Kazooie, if they could have done Banjo-Kazooie, getting him back from Rare, or him and her, because those are two characters, getting them back from Rare, that would have been amazing. But, frickin' Microsoft. Although, speaking of Microsoft, my big PC is running fine, and oh god, I barely played any good PC games this year, if at all. Which sucks, because they're going to have the remake of Final Fantasy VII, and I'm definitely going to pick that up. I don't really give a crap if it's episodic. As the LP or Lucagen posted when people were getting up in arms about it being episodic, is like, you guys realize this game came out on 3 discs back in the day, and that was scaled down from like 10 cartridges if it was going to be on the N64. So it was, for its time, pretty darn big. And if you're giving it a full HD remake, I trying to think of other stuff. If I can't think of anything bad, because I hopefully repressed all of that. It's buried deep away. Which, that's just part of my condition. But if I'm picking my favorite TV show of the year, would have said Daredevil, but then Jessica Jones came out. That, whew, Both of those pretty damn amazing. I highly recommend them, even if you don't like superhero stuff. But you have to be okay with violence and swearing. Lots of both of those. Although once you get Luke Cage fighting more, you don't have to worry about gore or anything because his power is unbreakable skin. So that's pretty cool. Which is really freaky when the way Jessica knocked him out was putting a shotgun under his chin and basically him causing his skull to. That's why he had a concussion for the remainder of the series afterwards. Oh boy, looking forward to that coming out next year. His show. Didn't really see too many movies, but I would definitely pick Star Wars as my favorite. Definitely Star Wars. Number 2 would probably be Ant-Man. That movie was just good, wacky fun. Paul Rudd definitely good for Scott Lang, and Hank Pym with being played by Michael Douglas. Oh my! I don't know how Marvel's doing it, getting like Michael Douglas to be grumpy old man Hank Pym, which is just so good, and then Robert Redford as Hail Hydra in Winter Soldier. It's just like, who's next, really? Which is pretty good. Definitely looking forward to Deadpool next year. Looking more forward to Doctor Strange than Civil War. So, just stuff I'm looking ahead on. Not really interested in Star Trek or Batman versus Superman. Ugh. I don't know. Just they say I don't know. The trailers just don't appeal. Just no appeal there. Let's see other stuff. Really can't think of anything else that I'd want to post to say as a highlight. So yeah, I had a pretty decent year, just as self going along. But what else can I say? Just working to go forward, all that stuff. Great having a really wonderful family backing me up on what I do and helping me along, but I wish I could do more back for them at the same time. Repay them a bit for everything they do, because that's what you should do with family, no matter what. Other than that, that's all I have. So have a good New Year's Eve. Don't party too hard. By that I mean don't stay up as late as I normally do, because going past midnight is really absolutely nothing in my book. So and have a wonderful Rose Parade New Year's morning, and hopefully Cal Poly has a float there. I haven't checked, but if they do, cheer for them, because go Cal Poly. Very consistent that they have a float there, which is very good. That's one thing I love about my school is we get to show off like that. That and the big New Year's parade. And hopefully a good 2016. Oh god, just thinking ahead at all of the political and Olympics and all of that stuff that we have to look forward to. or in my case, um, ignore, because it's just like I've heard everything I really need to know about the candidates in the on the political side, and I really don't give a crap about sports, so not really going to pay much attention to the Olympics. But I don't know. What was like God? I don't remember which year it was, but just tuned in right one day, and the only thing that they had going on were the equestrian shows, and what had that for, watching that for a while. And that was even before I got into cartoon horses, so if that's more appealing than most of the other events. That or curling. Curling is definitely one of the best Olympic sports. Anyway, all that stuff for 2016 to look forward to. And convention I'm looking forward to, and that'll be fun, and just that stuff. So thank you for watching. Have a good holiday. Now that they're finally winding down a bit. And see everyone next year.